Something quite unusual and special to show you here today, and this is our 2018 on a 68 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is a 310, so 3.1 ton gross vehicle weight. This has got the 2-litre TDCi diesel engine producing 170 brake horsepower in this particular van, and this is the L2, so long wheelbase. You can always tell that by this little section here behind the side loading door. MSRT double cab. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Transit Custom MSRT of this age, and we'll also talk you through in detail the condition of this particular example and what we've done to it before offering it for sale here today. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear unglazed tailgate. Quite an unusual thing to see on a Transit Custom. So tailgate is one door which comes up like so. Lots of these which you'll see will come with barn doors, so 2 doors, and unglazed meaning it hasn't got a window, so you've got a solid tailgate. Part of the MSRT package, so this is a proper Ford approved styling package. So you can actually order these from the brochure in your Ford dealership at the time. It's a full styling package. So as I say, you've got the lovely rear spoiler on there. The entire rear bumper is different, so you can see the bumper corners here are all very, very different. This low rear diffuser on the back of the vehicle. You've got a proper exhaust system on this van as well, so these aren't just for show like a lot of other modified Transit Customs. They actually are the exhaust tips for the back of the vehicle. You can see some lovely touches there, like the MSRT badge there. That's nicely integrated into that rear bumper. Looking down the side of the vehicle then, we've got wheel arch extensions, side skirts, and we'll talk you through more of that as we get around there. But looking here then at the tailgate, you can see it's in very, very good condition. Of course, feel free to pause the video at any particular moment to try and see any damage or anything, but of course if there's anything that I can see, I will gladly point it out to you. And I can just see while we're over here, there's a couple of light scratches here to the edge of this light cluster, and just a little touch in there. You can see where obviously something has just grazed past that on that rear quarter there. Otherwise, looking very, very clean and tidy. As you'd expect, a van of this sort of stature, should we say, it does come with a great host of optional extras. You can see that this one is spec'd with the rear camera as well. If we open up that rear tailgate, you can see it opens on the gas struts which are there. This unveils then the load space in the back of the van. So you've got brand new ply lining in the back of the van. That's been done with us prior to offering for sale. And again, another optional extra on this van is that it has got LED load lighting, so very nice when the light of course reduces. In the back then, as I say, the double cab does come with this nice hard-wearing plastic floor, and you also get the wheel arch protectors there as well, and you've also got the factory-fitted bulkhead which has got the window which allows a bit of visibility and light to come through as well, and of course most importantly gives that separation to the cab. If we look inside the tailgate then, you can also see there that brand new ply lining, but fantastic condition in the back of here, it must be said. Very difficult to fault, and because it's a long wheelbase, of course, you've still got a really good load space there in the back. We'll continue to go around the outside of the vehicle then, and look in here down the driver's side. Again, just using those reflections where we can, having a look down the side of the vehicle. It's looking very, very nice indeed. The MSRT is lowered as well, so you can see that we've got these very nice 18-inch OZ Racing alloy wheels, but you can see, as I say, with the vehicle being lowered, it just sits nicely in the arch there. So as I say, lots of body styling on this van. As I say, big wheel arch extensions then, they've just continued that nicely into that rear bumper corner, and then also the full side skirt down the side of the vehicle. In terms of any sort of defects here, one thing that we are able to fault the vehicle on is just on the edge of these wheel arch extensions here, because of course this sits wider than what a normal Transit Custom would. It has picked up a couple of stone chips and things like that to the edge of that panel. Of course, when you start looking closely, we'll see them, but certainly from a distance, it's not something that you would pick up on. Looking at the front of the vehicle then, again, the wheel arch extensions there, and again they've just continued that very nicely into the front bumper, and we'll talk you through a bit more about that because there's lots going on there at the front end. Twin side loading doors, glazed side loading doors as well, being a Transit Custom double cab. So these all start life as a limited, so you get all the usual limited spec, and of course lots of options, and then all this which has been changed as well. So you can see full leather interior in here with a lovely blue stitching, which I think just contrasts very, very nicely indeed. Fantastic condition to these, and we have got I believe ISOFIX compatibility as well on the rear seats. In the back here, fully carpeted in the back. You can just see how clean and tidy this is throughout the vehicle, and then you can see that this one is spec'd with 2 single seats here in the front, and again you can see the condition here of the back of these seats. Very, very nice indeed. Headlining, again, just coming onto that, no issues there at all. If we shut this side loading door, we can open up the driver's door then and start to have a look here inside the cab. So the driver's step, the floor in the front there, no issues at all, looking very, very nice indeed. A lovely touch on these. So at the time, these were known as an M Sport, or well, later models they dropped the M Sport, I guess for probably copyright to BMW possibly. Of course they had MSRT back then at the time, but as I say, they were referred to back then as M Sport. So you can see M Sport limited edition. They were only a limited run vehicle, and you can see there the number on this one, 1178. So a nice little plaque there gives it, makes the vehicle I think a little bit more special and unique. On top of the driver's door then we have electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that is how those are operated there, and that is by pushing that dial back towards you. And looking at that driver's seat then, there's plenty of adjustability here. So adjustability of the front of the seat there, so what they call thigh adjustment. That's adjustability of the whole height of the seat, and then also backrest adjustment there. And again, just looking at that seat, again, all in really good order, no excessive wear or anything there. And of course you've got that lovely driver's armrest as well, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. Lovely thing with having captain seats like this in the front is that you've got exactly the same adjustment there on that passenger seat, so you've got the armrest and everything as well. Another optional extra then to talk about on this particular van, if we look down here, we have got the 3-pin socket there in the front, which is a lovely feature to have. And of course, being, as I say, starting life is a limited, you can see that we have got heated front seats. You can see the other button just over there. When it's in the red position like this, that tells you that the heated seat is on. Again, all usual limited spec then, so you've got auto activated lights, auto activated wipers. Of course this vehicle has got 2 full remote keys. Lovely feature here with the MSRT is this nice thicker steering wheel, leather steering wheel. They've sort of re-molded it again with a nice blue stitching and this blue panel at the bottom, a nice M Sport embossed there into the bottom. Up on top of the dashboard then, in the storage compartment, USB port, 12-volt socket and an AUX port. And a feature which I really like on this van are the white clocks. And I mean, you won't really see this in this particular light, but at lower light levels, these clocks are illuminated and they just look absolutely fantastic. If I flick through the options there on the onboard computer, you can see the mileage, 71,730 miles. On the steering wheel then, you've got cruise control down on the left hand side, the buttons which I just used, the onboard computer, and then on the right hand side you've got your volume controls, and you can also answer and hang up the phone. Over to the left we've got your heated windscreen button, 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with a 170 brake horsepower engine, so really, really powerful engine in these vans. They go very nicely indeed. This is of course where you can connect your phone to the vehicle via Bluetooth. We've got sat-nav on here as well, which we'll have to get the SD card in there, but it has got sat-nav, and you've also got your reversing camera on the screen there as well. If we go on to the radio, you can see you can go through all of the different radio options here, and that also includes DAB radio as well. Air conditioning, absolute crucial bit of spec on these, and of course another 12-volt socket just there. If we jump out of the vehicle, come around to back around to the front, having a look at this alloy wheel here. There is a little mark I can just see here on the very edge of this alloy wheel, a couple of tiny little scuff marks just up there, but all in all looking very, very nice indeed. And then the front end of the vehicle, where we started the video, probably the most iconic part of this van. I think this front quarter look here is just so nice. So the whole front bumper is completely different on this MSRT model. So what they've done, which I think is very nice, is they've contrasted against, you know, this body colour, which is white. Of course, they've got a different colour, but I really like the contrast between this black plastic part at the bottom, which has got the MSRT logo nicely embossed in there. I think that's very smart indeed. You've also got LED daytime running lights and these big aggressive surrounds here. As you can see, the sculpture on that, very nice. Front parking sensors as standard on a limited, and just having a look at the condition here at the front, a couple of minor little stone chips which has of course been, you know, touched in, but all in all pretty difficult to fault. As I say, if there's anything which you know, you're unsure of, feel free to go back and you know, have another look at that point in the video. I can just see again just a little touch in just down here at the very bottom of the bumper. They're all very nice indeed. I can also see there is a stone chip here in the windscreen. This has been repaired, so it's not going to spread or anything like that, but there is that is visible. It's not an MOT failure or anything like that. And that brings me on to actually what we've done to this vehicle before it being offered for sale. So it's been right through our workshop, so we've given it a full service with all of the filters and also a brand new MOT as well. So just to summarise, 2018, it was actually registered, I believe, New Year's Eve 2018, so the very, very last of the vans of that year, and really the very last of this shape MSRT as well. So after this it would have gone to a different shape. So we've got a Transit Custom 310, 3.1 tonne gross vehicle weight. It's the long wheelbase double cab MSRT 2 litre TDCI diesel engine, 170 brake horsepower, accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Fantastic condition throughout, of course, minor you know, age-related stone chips and things like that, things like what I pointed out on the rear wheel arches, but all in all looking very, very nice indeed. As I say, just looking down the side of the vehicle, so clean and tidy. Been right through our workshop as well for a full clean bill of health. If you'd like to see the full advert for this vehicle, including the price, the photography and the description, please head over to our website bridgeendvans.co.uk if you haven't already been there, and that's of course where you'll find all of the stock that we currently have with us here in the showroom. We will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign as well. We can take cars or vans in part exchange, and we can arrange finance at very competitive rates, and we can also deliver these vans nationwide. So by all means get in contact with any questions, queries, or if you'd like to buy this vehicle before it is gone, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching.